Hey guys, what's going on? Search Birder, and today I'm going to do another tutorial, plugin tutorial, on mywarp. So to get started, you can go download it. I'll put the link in the description. Um, and yeah, so basically it's everything is based around the /warp command. Uh, Kind of like the economy I did last time. It's all based around the /money command. This is all based around the /warp. So yeah, so say you want to create a warp. This is mainly for uh, ops administrators on a server. Usually, you don't give it to lower ranking people, um, just because I've seen a server do that and it gets a little crazy sometimes. But it's gotten less and less. But so what you'll do is you'll do /warp create, and then the name of the one you want to do. So I made it private. Well, I made a public warp. So if you want to make it private, you can do /warp private, and then name your warp, which will then privatize your thing. And it shows you here you can invite players by putting /warp invite. I'll invite myself, even though you would invite another player. So instead of putting my name, you would put someone else's. Yeah. So yeah. So it'll say that if you put your name. So you can also create uh, private warps by doing /p create and then the name of your warp. So then you can do /warp invite in the player and then that. So that's basic how to create, how to create the warps. And that's basically what you need, but that's for it's really the only thing you need is /warp create. I never use the private warp. I use homes for if I was going to the my home command. Yeah, I would use that for if you were going to invite certain players. Because really, if you're making a private warp, it would be like an op warp or something that I would use that for privately. You can also search up warp, so I can search and it'll come up with the who made it and where it is. So if I were to go to those coordinates, it would be that warp. You can also say someone you don't want that person to be at your place anymore, and it's a private warp. You can uninvite by doing the warp uninvite command, and I'll uninvite myself to test one. It'll probably come up, yeah. So yeah, it'll that. So is basic. Which one I made this one? Okay, so you can also do /warp public. Actually, no, I'll do it private because you can also private a warp. So say you wanted to private the one wrong one /warp private test one. That'll privatize test one, and you can invite people. You can also do /warp public test one, which will make it public. But yeah, I mean that's basically it, except the /warp list, which will give you the thing. So you can also do /warp list. I believe there's no space in that. Warp list. No, there's just space, and then it'll give you all the warp on the left, and who it was made by, and then on the total right, it'll give you the coordinates of that warp. It doesn't give you the world because I'm in a different world right now. This is our PvP, not really PvP, but what might be PvP, or temp PvP. I was gonna do it in Zombie World, but I think I'll keep that secret for a little bit longer. But yeah, that's basically my warp. There's really nothing much to else. You can do /warp help if you need any other help, and that'll give you all the commands. You can also do /warp delete if I didn't say that. So /warp delete test one, and I'll delete that. Um, for permissions, I do think you need to put them all in and put them in carefully. I wouldn't give a person that just came on permission to do any warp they want. Definitely go hard on them. But yeah, that's basically it for my warp. I'll probably be doing a few more of these tutorials, and I will see you next time. Adios.